Making sure more Americans, especially older Americans, have access to quality mental health care services.
And that is the goal of a bipartisan group of U.S. senators, including Oklahoma Senator Markwayne Mullin. Our Washington Bureau Chief Alex Cameron with more tonight.
Well, in the midst of what most agree is a national mental health crisis, Oklahomans can take some comfort in knowing that per capita, the state ranks high in the number of mental health professionals. But that's tempered by the state's high uninsured rate and high rate of mental illness.
We all have that aunt, that uncle, that brother, that sister, that cousin that has been affected by it, and it affects the whole family.
Which is why Senator Mullin says it's time to remove the stigma surrounding mental illness and start viewing it differently.
Let's treat this the same way you would treat the flu, or you'd treat a broken arm, or you would treat any other medical illness that's facing you. And let's make sure that we have access to it.
Under the Increasing Mental Health Options Act of 2023, Medicare would be updated to allow beneficiaries to obtain mental health care services from clinical psychologists regardless of the care setting, something Medicare currently does not allow. Mullin says the bill would remove a barrier that's kept many seniors from getting the care they need and kept some independent practitioners from being part of the mental health care solution.
So let's just increase it. Let's just make sure that's available. And if we got to start in little groups and eventually build it, let's do it.
Mullin says this is something that's near and dear to his heart.
And the more you increase access, the more the stigma removes from it.
And coincidentally, Senator Mullin joined Connecticut Democratic Senator Richard Blumenthal in introducing another bipartisan health measure today, this one to reauthorize federal funding for the National Institute of Neurological Disorders to boost research on aneurysms. In our Washington Bureau, I'm Oklahoma's own Alex Cameron.